All right, so now this right here, this is 2K in all its glory, right? All of this is classical 2K fuckery right here, right? Check this out right here. Now what just happened right here? Anybody knows what happened right here? This is classical 2K fuckery. What just occurred, right? We end up turning the ball over, but why? You see what he's doing with his hands? What's that? What that mean? That's a travel. They consider this right here to be a travel. Look what happens though. I get the ball and I try to pass it, and it goes off of the computer. Now you don't see a touch computer, but the fact that you see it bounce is basically saying, okay, it's like poor animation type shit or poor graphic and person-to-person connection. But the way that it fell right there, that's meant to imply that it bounced off the computer. But either way, even if no one was there, this is not a travel. Where is this a travel, right? So let's say if we're playing basketball, right? And let's say no one was really right there. Let's say if I just I get the ball, I hadn't dribbled it yet, and without putting it over my head or anything like that, I just drop it, or let's say I take my hands off of it and catch it before it hit the ground. Is that a travel? So once again, even though it did supposedly bounce off of Holmes, that's why you see his body curve and jerk outwards as he's running, because that's it's meant to say that it deflected off of him as I was attempting to pass it, which was a poor animation to make me do at a moment like that anyways. But let's say once again, I did just throw it in mid-air and catch it. Is that a travel in a real life game? So now how is it that throwing a ball off of someone and it connects with that person and you catch it, how is that a travel? Where is that a travel at? This is what I mean. I say 2K, it does a lot of scripted cheating, because I hadn't got a turnover yet, right? And I proved back in, what was it, 2K21, I think, if I'm not mistaken, that if you go for a long enough stretch in the game without getting a turnover or a foul, 2K will start to basically in order to create some sort of imbalance, they will start to force fouls or turnovers on you. So let's say you go all the way to the third quarter, like right here, we're towards the end of the third quarter, maybe even the beginning of the fourth, I'm not exactly sure. But you go for that longer period of time, especially with as many assists that I have with no turnovers, they will start to, out of the blue, you just start dropping the ball. Your passes, simple chest passes, get to flying across the court. I showed an example of that because it's trying to force a balance. It's trying to make sense of how well you're playing and the fact that you've avoided, things that people typically get when they have your sort of stat sheet. So let's say you got 15 assists, 0 turnovers, and it's in the fourth quarter. They're going to start to tack them on to you. They're going to start to pile them up on you in a short span of time in order to make some kind of a balance or make some sort of a sense out of your assist to turnover ratio. Because 15 assists and 0 turnovers, it doesn't really, it's not supposed to make sense, right? In a real game, you get 15 assists, you get 15 to 20 assists, you're going to have like 3 or 4 turnovers usually. But you can avoid it in 2K. If they see something like that, they will start to make you lose the ball or make you get a turnover or make you fall out of bounds. And you'll look at the shit like, wait a minute, none of what just happened made any sense. None of what just occurred made any sense. But for 2K's algorithm, for its dynamic game balancing system, they're going to thrust a stat line on you in order to make some kind of a balance or make some kind of a sense out of how well you're playing, right? You can go, let's say you go 2 quarters and you didn't miss, or you go a whole quarter just snapping, you didn't miss a shot. You come out the gate the next quarter getting your ass D'd up, no homo, getting all kind of defense on you, or you're just missing easy shit that you always would usually make because it's dynamic game balancing. It's not meant to be a meritocracy. That's not what 2K is meant to be. It's meant to they've baked in an algorithm in order to force certain events or certain narratives to play out, so you never really get a genuine and good, thorough basketball game that's just strictly based in merit and competition. There's that large element of algorithm, dynamic game balancing, and scripting different situations to go a certain way. You standing there with the ball, oops, just dropped the ball, and now even though it's right at my feet, I can't pick it up. Here comes computer running 30,000 miles away, and you slow motion stumbling, and they swipe the ball to take off and get a layup on you, or some crazy shit like that, because it's the game baking in narratives. Garbage, right? But once again, where is this a travel? Where is this a travel? There's not a travel anywhere. But that'll do it for this video, man. Peace. This is once again, man, this shit is pitiful, dude. This is pitiful. Like, this is just fucking garbage. Like, come on, man. Like, I usually don't get hot about this game. That right there just pissed me off. Like, what the fuck was that? But peace.